Good morning and welcome to another beautiful day full of opportunity and zest. It's pretty early here in Costa Rica and it's already fairly hot, so we're going to have a fun flow today. The sequence today is going to be flowy and movie. We're going to be moving our arms and our legs a lot. So the focus of today's class is to be connecting with our breath, moving with our breath, always moving with intention, and also taking up as much space as we can, really extremely extending our fingers, our toes, our hands, our arms, our legs, so that we can really take up space, stretch our body, and welcome ourselves for a new day. You don't need much for class today. If you have a mat, that's great. If you don't, you can also just do this on carpet or a hardwood floor. And let's get going. We'll begin in a standing pose today in Tadasana. So the feet are about hip distance apart. Start to ground down into the feet. Feel that connection to Mother Earth. And then begin to bring that energy upwards through the body. So you feel a little bit of a lift in the soles of your feet. Try not to lock out your knees. And then engage the quads. Engage the glutes. Cinch in the ribs. Relax the shoulders down the back. And the palms face forward. A slight tuck of the chin, and close down the eyes. Take a deep breath here. As you inhale, visualize the air coming in through your nose, down your throat, into your lungs, and imagine that energy is rooting all the way through all the chakras, all the way down to the feet. As you continue to inhale and exhale, begin to visualize that energy moving from the feet all the way up to the crown of the head and back down to the feet. Notice this subtle energy in the body. Maybe you can even begin to feel your body slightly vibrate. Put all of your attention on the breath. Take a moment to just set your intention for your practice. What brought you onto the mat today? Keep the eyes closed. As you inhale, both arms reach up over your head, palms touch. And exhale, hands come down to the heart. Blink open the eyes, release the hands. Feel that energy infused in your body and start to gently sway from left to right. And as you sway, let's say to your left, you're going to have a slight bend in your right knee and you're going to lift your right heel. Sway over to the right and the left heel lifts off. So begin to sway back and forth. You're initiating this gentle sway movement, which is from Qigong. You're initiating this from the hips. So the only reason that we have that slight lift in the heel is so that we aren't tweaking or twisting the knee joints. So if you need to bend the knees more, you're welcome to, but what we're focusing on here is connecting with that energy within. Starting to loosen up the body, get the energy flowing. Let's take 3 more breaths here. The hands are completely relaxed. You're just letting them hit on your body gently. Beautiful. Come back to that stillness. Inhale, arms reach up overhead. And exhale, forward fold. Keep a soft bend in the knees, and then interlace your hands behind your head. So your elbows are pointing down towards the ground. Keep a big bend in the knees, and then you're just going to start to bounce your chest up and down. You're sort of pulling your chest down, but then the lift is just a natural spring. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5,
4, 3, 2, 1. Great. Release the hands back down towards the ground. And then you're going to start to twist the chest over to the right. Keep the right leg straight and the left knee bent. Start to reach your right hand behind you as you touch your low back. And then with the left hand, you're going to reach in front of your chest and tap your right shoulder. Switch directions, switch everything. So now the left leg is straight, right leg is bent, left hand comes to the low back, and right hand comes to the left shoulder. Switch, swing the arms big, tap, switch, tap. Let's do 5 more each side. So you're really taking up as much space as you can with the arms as you're switching sides. And start to move with the breath. Great. Last one, you twist over to the left and release. Take an inhale, halfway lift, hands to the shins. And exhale, forward fold. One more time, inhale, halfway lift. And as you exhale, place the hands, walk them forward, downward dog. Bend one leg at a time. Maybe your hamstrings are already a little bit warmed up from that standing twist. Bend both knees, start to press your chest a little bit closer to your quads and really push the ground away so you're finding as much length as you can from your hips all the way down to the wrists. Start to lift the heels as you shift forward. Inhale to high plank. Exhale, bring it back, downward dog. Inhale forward, high plank. And exhale back, down dog. Let's do 5 more. And let the breath lead the way. Inhale forward. And exhale back. Last 2. Last one. Great. Hold here in high plank. We're going to do our wrist warm up in a high plank today. So spread the fingers wide, keep the arms straight, and then just start to rock forward and back here on the wrists. The core is engaged. You really have that lift in the sternum, that lift in the chest, so you're not collapsing down between your shoulder blades. 3, 2, last one. Great. Either knees up or down. Start to lower all the way down to the ground. Let the belly touch down softly. Untuck the toes as you inhale, lift the chest for baby cobra. And exhale, lower down. Inhale, lift. And exhale, lower. Start to find that rhythm in your breath. Lift and lower. Inhale, lift and lower. Let's do 2 more. Inhale, lift, big breath. And lower. Last one. And lower down. This time you're going to press into the hands, straighten the arms, upward dog. Stay here, engage the glutes. Look straight ahead. And then you're going to begin to gently sway the hips, only if it feels good on your low back. But as you sway the hip over to the left, you can start to look over your right shoulder and then switch sides. Sway the hips over to the right and look over your left. A few more times each side, nice and easy. You're not forcing anything. If this is uncomfortable for your low back, you can always spread the feet a little bit wider so you create more space for your sacrum. Great, last one to the left.
back to center. Engage the core, lift the hips. Downward dog.
Inhale, right leg to the sky, three-legged dog. Come up high on the ball of the left foot. Shift forward, right knee to right tricep. Inhale, bring it back, three-legged dog. Exhale, forward, knee to tricep. Inhale, three-legged dog. Last one, knee to tricep. Hold here. Flex the right foot, step it outside the right hand for lizard lunge. Begin to rock the hips around, left, right, forward, and back. Just discovering a little bit more movement with each breath. And if your wrists are already starting to cook, then you can come onto the backs of your hands, maybe one hand at a time. Take a little wrist release. Great. Come onto the fingertips of both hands, and then the knife edge of both feet. So you're going to pivot the feet. The chest starts to come over to the right side. Slowly begin to lower the hips down towards the ground as you lift and lower. Great. Left palm comes back down onto the ground, so you have a solid foundation here with the left hand. Reach your right arm up over your head, and then you're going to step your right foot behind you for Wild Thing. Nice and slow with control. The right foot gently touches down on the ground behind the left calf. Inhale, right arm reaches up over your head. As you exhale, lower the hips down, and then the right hand comes close to the left knee. Inhale, bring it right back up. Exhale, lower down. Inhale, lift. One more, lower down. Inhale, lift it up, back to Wild Thing. Right hand comes down to the mat, and the right leg comes underneath the body for Starfish. Left arm reaches up over your head. Just one breath here. As you exhale, switch. Left hand comes back down, right leg up and over for Wild Thing. Big inhale. Exhale through the transition, back to Starfish. Inhale once the foot lands, left arm up over the head. And exhale, switch it back. Wild Thing. Last time here. Inhale, lift for Wild Thing. And then you're going to exhale, set the hips all the way down to the ground. Now I know that you're facing away from the camera. It's okay, we're not here for long. So release the hands. It's a little scary. You're not looking at me. It's okay. Keep the left leg where it's at, straight on your mat. That right leg is going to come up and over the left for half cow face. So the right heel is going to come close to the left hip. And then sit nice and tall. And exhale, fold forward over the legs. Take this opportunity here to reset your breath, to consciously slow it down. Begin to walk your hands back towards your hips and bring the right foot back right where it came from. We'll make our way back into Wild Thing. So the right toes touch down on the ground. Left hand comes behind you on the mat to the front of the mat. And inhale, lift the hips. Right arm reaches up over your head and you're right back in Wild Thing. Come on to both feet. We're making our way into a one-armed plank. So right arm is still reaching up over your head. Option to either stay here, or you can place the right hand down, come into full plank, or you can lift the left leg up for awkward plank, or if you want to take it even farther than that, you can do some knee taps with me. So as you exhale, left knee comes close to the left tricep, and bring it back. Let's Do 2 more. Exhale. And back. Last one. And back. Great job. Both feet come down, both arms come down. Shift forward, come up high on the toes. And exhale, bend the arms, chaturanga. The elbows are close to the rib cage. Press it right back up, high plank. Let's do 2 more push-ups. Lower down, chaturanga. Press it up. Last one, lower down, chaturanga. Inhale, upward dog. And exhale, lift the hips, downward dog. Inhale, left leg to the sky, 3-legged dog. Come up high on the ball of the right foot. Shift forward, left knee to left tricep. Inhale, lift, 3-legged dog. Exhale, knee to tricep. One more time. Inhale, lift. Take up all that space. Exhale, knee to tricep. Hold it here. Flex the left foot with control. Step it outside the left hand. Lizard lunge. Again, sway the hips around. Discover these little micro movements in the hips, maybe even in the shoulders or the wrists. Again, option to take any wrist release that you'd like. You could even just spider the hands. Whatever variation you're at, bring the attention back to the breath. Slow, deep inhale. Slow, deep exhale. The right palm comes back down onto the mat. So again, you have that really solid foundation with the right hand. Come onto the knife edge of both feet. Gently lift and lower the hips. And just explore how that feels in the hips. And then lift the hips back up. Keep the right hand planted. Left arm reaches up over your head as you make your way into Wild Thing. Left toes tap down behind the right calf. Engage the glutes. Really press your pelvis up towards the sky. Take up as much space as you can. As you exhale, start to lower the hips down towards the ground. Left hand comes close to the right knee. And inhale, bring it right back up. Big breath. Exhale, lower. Inhale, lift. One more time. Lower down. Lift it up. Left hand comes down to the mat. We make our way to starfish. And move slowly to get there. Left foot comes underneath you. Inhale, right arm up to the sky. Just one breath here. Exhale, switch. Right palm comes down. Left leg up and over. Wild Thing. Move with the breath. Transition through the exhale. And then lock in the pose on the inhale and make the pose big. We meet in Wild Thing. And then exhale, this time lower the hips all the way down to the ground. Again, you're going to be facing away from the camera. It's all good. I'm here, and now you know we're headed into half cow pose. So you can make your way there. The right leg stays straight. The left heel comes close to the right hip. Flex the right foot, find some length in the spine first. And then exhale, melt down over the legs. Nice and easy here. You don't have to force anything deep. Not now, not ever. Just explore where the edge of the pose is. Connect with that sensation. Where you find the balance in both the ease and the effort. And come back to the breath.
Notice how cool it feels as it comes in through your nose, how warm it feels when it exits. Begin to walk your hands back towards your hips. Keep the right leg where it's at. The left leg will release back to where we came from, back to wild thing. So left leg is bent, right leg is straight. Bring your right hand to the top of the mat, and again, lift the hips. Left arm reaches up over your head. Slowly make your way into one-armed plank. So both feet touch down. Keep that left arm reaching up over your head. So again, you have various different options here to modify and make this pose work for you. Either plank, one-armed plank, awkward plank by lifting your right leg up off the ground, or you can follow along for some knee taps. So exhale, right knee to the tricep. If you're joining for these awkward plank taps, inhale back. Exhale, tap. Inhale back. Last one, exhale, tap. Beautiful job. Bring it back. All limbs come back down to the ground. Plank is so easy now, right? Good job. Shift forward, high on the toes. Bend the arms, chaturanga. Press it up, high plank. Let's do 2 more so that you at least have done 6 push-ups today. Shift forward, lower down, bend the arms. Press it up. Last one, lower down. Inhale to upward dog. And exhale, downward dog. Start to walk your hands back towards your feet. Keep a bend in the knees. And interlace both hands behind the back. Send the hands up over your head, towards the sky or towards the top of your mat. And gently release the hands back down towards the ground. Take an inhale, halfway lift to lengthen. And exhale, fold. Sweep the hands for chair pose. Reach the arms up over your head. Sit the hips low. And then begin to lift the heels up off the ground. Come onto the balls of the feet. And then slowly lower all the way down to the mat. Slow, slow, slow. Last 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Great job. You can touch the mat if you need to, and then sit all the way down. We're coming into butterfly pose. Soles of the feet come together. And before you start to melt down over the legs, over the feet, I would like you to actually hold on to your feet and then gently start to sort of open your feet up, almost like you're opening up a book. And just take a moment to look at the soles of your feet. Check out those adorable little toes. I don't know about you, but my baby pinky toe on my feet is so tiny. When I paint toenail polish on it, it's like this big. It's so adorable. I'm sure your toes are also very adorable. So just take a moment here, check out your feet, offer a little bit of gratitude and respect and appreciation for all of the work that your feet go through every day. They're your foundation to movement. You should really appreciate everything that they do for you. I certainly do for me. If you have sore feet or if your feet hurt, then I recommend checking out the myofascial release rollout exercise that I did in another video. I'll link it below in the description. But I also recommend switching to barefoot shoes so that your feet can get back to moving naturally and rebuilding the strength in the feet. Wonderful. Now that you've paid a moment to give some gratitude to your feet, you can again hold on to the outside, press the soles of the feet together, and gently lower the chest down. Since we've already been here for about a minute, then we won't be holding this pose for long. Just a few breaths here, so make it good. With each inhale, lengthen the spine. With each exhale, melt down over the legs. Begin to lift the chest up again. And then hold on to the outsides of the knees with both hands as you help, assist, and lift the knees up. Make your way onto your back. Bring the heels so that they're pretty close to the hands. They don't have to be touching. We're making our way into bridge pose. So the feet are about hip distance apart, maybe even a little bit wider. Begin to lift the hips up, engage the glutes, and then press into the heels. You could even imagine that you're pulling your heels closer to your shoulders. Start to feel your hamstrings and your calves warm up. Now keep this lift in the hips. You're going to reach your right leg straight up towards the sky. Now keep that right leg as straight as you can, fully engaged. Point the right toes. Then begin to lower the hips down towards the ground. Let them hover, and then press it back up. Really use that left heel to press. Lower down. Lift it up. One more. Lower down. Lift it up. Press, press, press. Keep the hips lifted, and then set the right foot down. The left leg reaches up towards the sky. Just 3 of those hip dips. So make it good. Lower down slowly, hover, press it up. Lower, and lift. Last one, lower down. Lift it up, push. Keep the hips lifted, set the left foot down. Hold here in bridge pose for just 3 breaths. Really ground the heels into the mat, press the hips high, keep a little bit of space between the chin and the sternum, and breathe. Slowly lower the hips back down to the mat. Windshield wiper the knees, 1 knee in at a time. Release the tension in the hips and the low back. And then hold on to the kneecaps. Keep the arms sort of straight, and then you're just going to start to make some circles. Actually, I lied. You're bending the arms. Start to make some circles with the knees. And you can kind of imagine that you're massaging your lower back or your pelvis into your mat, into the ground. If you would like to take Happy Baby from here, you're welcome to. For me, I don't really like doing Happy Baby first thing in the morning. It doesn't feel good on my hips, but if it does for you, go for it. If you're keeping the hands on the knees, then switch directions on the circle. And really focus as you're consciously moving your knees around. You're not just moving them quickly to get through with the exercise. Can you really pay very close attention to how your hips are moving in the sockets, how your elbows are bending. Great. Hug the knees into the chest. Give yourself a little squeeze. I'm so proud of you for showing up today, for clicking play, for doing your best in this class. I know it was challenging, but it was labeled an energizing, strong flow for a reason, and you did it. Great job. Release the legs. Make your way into Savasana. The palms face up towards the sky. Tuck the shoulders under. Take a deep inhale, fill up the lungs. Feel the lift in the rib cage. And as you exhale, open mouth, release all the air, and gently close the eyes. Now as you begin to melt and fully relax here in Savasana, I would like you to pay special attention to any sensation of vibration that you feel in your body right now. Can you sort of visualize and imagine your heart pumping all of that blood to every corner of your body, moving around the oxygen? Your nerves are still slightly firing, making those very microscopic adjustments to all the changes that just happened in the muscular structure and your fascia. Maybe you can feel it, maybe you can't. Either way is fine. But whatever you are or are not feeling, I invite you to just observe without judgment. You don't have to try to analyze what's going on or why it's feeling a certain way, or is this normal, is it not? I can assure you it's normal. So just observe. Become the witness to your beautiful body. Put all of your attention on the breath. And allow your body this time and space that it really deserves to shift out of your sympathetic nervous system and into your parasympathetic nervous system. That side of the nervous system that allows you to relax, rest, and digest. So it's really important to shift back into your PNS before you move on with your day. So that the body is calm and has that sense of inner peace and safety. I'll stay here with you in Savasana today. We'll be here for about 1 more minute. So put all of your attention on the breath and become the witness of your beautiful body. Take a deep breath in. Wiggle your fingers and toes. Discover a little bit more movement in the extremities, whatever feels good to you. Bend the knees. Roll onto one side. And just stay on your side for a moment. Allow your body the chance to readjust. And again, soften. Keep the eyes closed and feel your way back up to a comfortable seat. Move nice and slow, keeping that awareness on the breath. With the big inhale, reach your arms up over your head. Palms touch at the top. And as you exhale, the hands come down to the heart. Anjali Mudra. Take a moment to say thank you to yourself for showing up. Say thank you for at least one more day on this beautiful earth to move and breathe and love. Have an amazing rest of your day ahead. And we'll see you here again soon in the next video. With love and gratitude, namaste.